Hey everyone, this is Holly from Hot Humble Pie. Today I'm going to be showing you all the fun things you can make with this Dollar Tree wooden box. Now this idea, I'm going to say, is probably an oldie but goodie now. Seriously, I think it debuted this DIY in 2022 and I loved it. I wish I knew who originally did it. It became so viral that I have no idea who originally did this. I'm putting my own little twist on it though, because I'm adding the drawer at the bottom. So the reason I never made one, I always thought it was a pretty idea, but I thought, oh, the fence is too short. I like to be really, really small. And when I saw the projects, a lot of times the sides were bent and crooked and you could tell it was a garden fence. So I made sure my sides are totally straight. It is possible. See how I'm making sure that while it's drying, I'm kind of grabbing it with my hands and bending it, making sure the sides touch with the other sides and making sure they're drying totally vertical and straight. So when we're all done doing our magic with painting and everything, you're not going to be able to tell that this isn't real metal. So now we are coming in with some spackling. You can see I tried to fill the sides in with hot glue and I just didn't like it. I just did one side and I went, oh no. No. And it turns out the spackling was way easier anyway. And I'm using a finger condom. Oh my gosh, you guys, those are so cheap from Amazon and they are so handy for this. I like to use my fingers when I craft. It really helps me feel everything. I just do things better when I use my fingers, but it can be rough on the fingers. Spackling in particularly. So great idea, finger condoms. And I'm taking and just filling in anywhere that I see where it would give it away that it wasn't, I guess, coming from the store. I'm just any sides where I glued it down on the drawer, anywhere that needs a little bit of filler, I just put the spackling in there. And this, I think, really adds a lot to your projects. I mean, you can skip it if you want, but I just like to add those details because I think when you're all done, it makes a difference when like someone looks at it, they don't know if it came from the store or not. They don't know if it came from Target or Home Goods. They won't know unless they're really familiar with Dollar Tree garden fences. Anyway, there we go. And I'm going to take the drawers off. It's all dry now. It took about 3 hours, or maybe 2 hours actually. I think it was about 2 hours. It dried really quick and I painted the whole thing white. Now, what I will tell you I would do differently if I had to do this again, we are always wiser in hindsight. I would have painted my garden fences white before I glued them together because it was really hard having to go through the fence to paint the other side, and that it just would have been easier. And I would have taken the spackling and actually filled in the little grooves in the back. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't even think of that until after it was done. Next day I took a photo and I looked at the photo, I went, oh, you could have filled in the grooves on the back. Nobody would, you wouldn't even be able to tell it was a fence then. It still looks good because it looks like, in real life, metal does sometimes have like joints and places where like the factory molded it together and there's imperfections. So it still looks awesome, but that's what I would have done differently if I had to do it again, in case you guys want to recreate this project. And I'm using the color Nutmeg from Apple Barrel Paint just to give this a rough, again, I want it to look a bit rough, a bit older. I like that. I don't like a perfect clean. You could just take this out and spray paint it black. If you have like a modern look in your home, you could just spray paint it white. Totally up to you. I just was feeling this at the moment. And then I added the drawer thing back on because I love that. I think that looks really good. It's on the front and on the other side. And we added our little Dollar Tree electrical candle in there. Gonna add some greenery and that's it. And take a look at this. Here's a totally sweet one coming in from the YouTube channel Matt and Liz Family Vlog. Now, I am positive that Liz used to do Dollar Tree DIYs. I thought she was one of the creators here, and it doesn't look like she's doing it anymore, which is a shame. She was talented, but look at what a cute idea. She put little feet on it and made it a riser. I love this one so much. I put a picture of her YouTube channel because here comes another one. You can go check out her old Dollar Tree DIY. She still has them up there. This one, she just added the drawer to the bottom of a Dollar Tree sign. You can see what she did. She put welcome on it, filled it with succulents. Great idea. Then I found this cute photo that somebody uploaded to Facebook to show what they did. They actually took and put little feet on them, used the bigger one and the smaller one and what appears to be a spindle, and made a 2-tiered tray. And I'm going to pair it up now with these black candlestick holders. Oh my gosh, y'all, how many of you have already spotted what I spotted? This is like the perfect tiered tray center because it's nice and thin at the bottom where it matters, and it's tall because it comes in that really tall size. Because these come in 3 different sizes, they are so versatile. You can make your tiered tray any height you want. Again, narrow bottom is so valuable. So the thicker, bigger bottom of the candle part there, the bottom of it, I'm using to glue down where it's not going to take up surface area, if that makes sense. And we're just making a really simple high-end looking riser. Look at that. And here's another great idea from Jennifer on Facebook. She took these and made a lantern out of them. I think this is so cute. And Andrea took it and she made a super cute little button carrot with the Dollar Tree bunny at the bottom. And then it looks like she used the little spools at the bottom, for thread, for legs. I thought that was so cute. She definitely changed out the handle on it, but I absolutely love that, Andrea. And very talented Liz comes in again with this beautiful combination where she took painter sticks and she removed the handles, put them on the painter sticks, stained them to match, and made a little succulent garden here. I think this one is awesome as well. Now this is a great idea too. I took a Dollar Tree candle and I tied some twine around it, and I'm just going to wrap the twine around and around. I think I did it maybe like 14 times, and then I'm gluing it to hold it in place. I'm going to take and cut some of the pine from, I've got a link down below in my description box. This is not from the Dollar Tree. This is different pine, but I went ahead, you can use whatever pine you want. And I think it's more like evergreen. This is like a flat pine, but I just glued it on the front. And then I'm taking the red berries here from Dollar Tree. They're foam, so when you cut them apart, you have like little bits of white foam showing, but it's simple to fix. You just take a red pen and you dot it on there and it covers it up beautifully and you'll never know. And it's a cheaper way. You can make your craft supplies last longer that way. I glued it in the center, and then I took some Mod Podge and I covered this whole thing with Mod Podge. And I'm going to use some of that holographic glitter I talk about all the time. It's like super soft, fragile glitter. I love it because it's super delicate and looks really high end. And I also added some Mod Podge to the berries here, and I put the glitter on top of that as well. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. And yes, I did put the glitter on the inside of the candle. It reflected off of there beautifully with the candlelight. Now here's our box, our famous box today. And I had these 4 beads from the Dollar Tree. They were selling these dark wooden ones for a short time there, and I grabbed them and I put them on as little legs just to elevate this. And then I took and glued 4 of the towering blocks together twice, so we have 2 of them, and then I glued them on top of each other. And if you're a very observant person, you'll notice the hole in the Spanish moss up above where I tried to put the candle in there without lifting it up, and it didn't work. It was covering the candle, but just popping it in here literally leveled this up to like a Pottery Barn type decor piece. I love this one, and it's another great idea to do with the box. And here's a unique one coming in from Tony at barebudgetcrafts.com. Go check it out. She uses it like a 3-tiered tray here, and she has carrots in there. She's got a little truck at the bottom. I don't know if this is like a kitchen decor piece, but it certainly would make a cute kitchen decor piece. And then another great idea coming from Letty. Oh my gosh, I think this is like an egg. It's a nesting box. I love this. This is so adorable. She just took craft sticks, put it in there, a little bit of Spanish moss, laid an egg on top of each one. I love this. She changed the handle on the top, obviously, but I think this is such a cute idea, and it's another thing to do with these boxes. You can also take this pure Castile soap or any soap you want, your choice, and any image you want. Now, I'm doing this for a Christmas DIY, so I chose this image, but I thought it would be super funny to do it with like a family image with somebody's face. And you just grab the dishwasher Mod Podge and you put about 2 or 3 coats just on the front. That's it. And then you can give these away as gifts for Christmas. But you know, again, how do you give it? And these boxes, I think, are so elegant for this. So you just blow dry it, and that's what you have when you're done. You grab one of those boxes right there, and you're going to fill it in with some Spanish moss, because that's always a pretty bottom for gift giving. Lay the soap on top, add some Christmas ornaments, and if you're doing it outside of Christmas, you could add, you could lay this on top of potpourri too. I thought that would be pretty, and you could add little candles in there. But what a great gift idea. And again, these boxes just level it up. And look what Angie did. She just uses it to put these little cute wooden bunnies in, which I thought was cute. And again, she changes out the handle. And another one from very talented ex-Dollar Tree DIY creator Liz. I'm going to leave her link to the video down below in my description box. Go check it out, because I'm not sure what she used for the middle there. It looks like it might be a Dollar Tree plunger stick, but then it doesn't look like that. But anyway, I thought it was super cute and worth showing. For this next one, I purchased this reed from Amazon. It comes on a spool and it's bendy. I'm showing you how it's bendy. And I'm just going to cut, I think they were each about 14 inches long, and I'm going to sponge, because I didn't want brush strokes on this, so I just sponge on white Rust-Oleum chalk paint front and back. So I am taking hairspray just temporarily. Since then, I actually did take this out and do a polyacrylic sealant on this, but again, it was raining, so I just use hairspray so that the paint doesn't chip off while I'm going to work with it. And while that's drying, I'm going to paint the bottom of this box with some more white chalk paint. You could use acrylic paint for this, actually, because acrylic paint doesn't chip off raw wood like this. It would be just fine. But I'd already poured some out, and it was drying out just a little bit. I didn't want to pour it back in because that messes up the rest of your paint. So we're going to use it up for the bottom. Then I gave it a quick blow dry, and now we're going to take, and by the way, the glue is yellow there because I'm using hot wood glue. It's just a little bit stronger. I'm not trying to get it to stick like wood to wood because I know there's paint on it, so I've kind of ruined that. But the wood glue, just by itself on its own, is a stronger glue. So since I had it ready to go, I thought I'm going to use the wood glue for this because I wanted it to stay. We are going to be using 4 of these all together to make a more complete surround sound. So I feel like it's a surround sound. That's a speaker though, but you know what I mean. A surround, this could be a bird cage or a lantern, either one. It comes up so pretty. And if you're keeping this within the 5-minute time lot, you would just cut your reed, glue them onto the wood box, take it outside, spray paint it white, and you're done. It would be super fast, but this went a little slower for me, of course, because I'm having to hand paint everything. And then I didn't know what I wanted to use for the top, so I saw this. It's with that emergency candle from the Dollar Tree. It's supposed to be the bottom of it, and I'm showing you here how that little knob fits into it. That was one of my options, and I decided to go with this. I bought a peg, and I decided to paint that one white just so we'd have a little bit more height on this. But I'd love to know your thoughts down below, because I can always take this off and replace it with the other one if you think I should have gone with the peg or I should have gone with the knob. But I'm putting some E6000 for a permanent hold, and I'm going to glue that in the center of that plastic base, and then I'm going to glue that on top of the lantern or the bird cage. Tell me what you think. Is this a lantern or bird cage, or it can be either? I think it can be either. And that's it. And then I just start filling this up with greenery, pretty flowers. You can put a candle in it. I'm still keeping my eye out for those beautiful ceramic birds from the Dollar Tree. I want one so bad. When I get them, they will come eventually. I'm going to put it inside the center of this because I think that's going to be a perfect match. And this is so simple. The novice crafter can do this, and look at the high-end results you get. It's absolutely stunning. So I encourage you to try it. Again, to keep it fast, if you're a fast and furious person, just use spray paint for everything. But they're super easy DIYs, and they make beautiful home decor. Found found this cute idea from Diane Zeckman. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, from splitcoaststampers.com. Actually, it looks like papercookies.splitcoaststampers.com, but it looks like she's using it to hold like business cards. I'm not sure what she used at the bottom, so you could go check it out on her site. Now for this one, I'm grabbing this box because I didn't have the box at the time with the little, I think it's like supposed to be like an old-fashioned label holder. So I used this one. But this is also a great idea to do with the other box. You could easily substitute it. And all I did was just take the sticker off. Of course, by the way, I don't know if you saw, I was like tapping the sticker, and that helps get the sticky stuff off if you ever need to, it's just a little tip that might help you when you're crafting in case all the sticky stuff doesn't come off. And I slapped some white paint on it, took some E6000 and glued this Dollar Tree candlestick holder down on the bottom of it. And then I just start filling it in. Now, again, at the time, this was filmed when I was running low on craft supplies, so I didn't even have a lot of stuff to put in the center. So I end up just putting in what I had, but I do change it out, and you'll see that as the video moves on. And I'm also showing you how firm this candlestick holder is. People were like, oh, that'll tip over. No, it doesn't, because these are the heavier candlestick holders. If you find them at Dollar Tree, they are nothing like the black ones. They are solid metal, much heavier. No problem, no worry about tipping whatsoever. So I took my E6000, like I said, a little bit of hot glue just to hold it like we all do, just to tack that down, and I fill it up. And this is what it looks like when I did it. I just stuck this little flower pot in there, some flowers. Didn't care for it very much, but this is what it looks like today. And here it is, sitting on top of the white candlestick holder, painted white with a cute little bunny sitting in a nest. I love this one. I think it's supposed to be an Easter craft, but honestly, I would leave that up all year round. I think it's absolutely adorable. I would love to know which one were your favorites in today's video. Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and of course, if you would love to share your crafts with me, I would love to see them. I do have a Facebook page where you can do that. Next time you're on Facebook, head on over and say hi. And of course, here's another video I think you'll enjoy watching next.